Hey guys, Zettaku here. In the recent 2.4 livestream, it was revealed that Ganyu will be having her very first rerun in the second half of the patch. And I'm sure many non-Ganyu havers are very excited and are saving their Primo Gems eagerly waiting for the literal goat of Genshin. I just want to preface this video by saying that I am by no means a Genshin guide maker or a theory crafter, and if you want a deeper breakdown into the character, there are many really good Genshin content creators who have put in the time and effort to showcase her best weapons, artifacts and themes, and I would highly encourage you all to go and support them. I hope that I am able to give you guys a casual's viewpoint of Ganyu and how I use her in a day-to-day gameplay, which by the way is represented in all the clips in the background, which are my own. I know some of you Genshin sweats are gonna be like, oh, in that clip, you didn't do this, and you could have aimed better here and there. Guys, I know how to aim, no cap. Trust me, I was just having a bad aim day when recording this. Coming back to the main point, Ganyu is by far one of the best characters in all of Genshin, and I really mean it when I say that you absolutely do not need her at more than Constellation 0. She is absolutely viable at C0, and you will definitely be pleased with her damage output at C0. A best in slot weapon for free-to-play players would be the Prototype Crescent, which you can craft using bow prototypes. For newer players, do not worry. You will be getting free prototype to use for crafting as you progress through the game. Of course, her actual best in slot would be the Amos bow, but let's be honest, the majority of us will not have that. I've also heard many content creators saying Viridescent Han, aka the Battle Pass bow weapon, is really bad on her, but I'm here to say that it is also a viable weapon, as that crit rate boost is indeed very nice. It is also dependent on whether you have good crit damage artifacts that will certainly out DPS a Prototype Crescent on decent artifacts. At the end of the day, what I'm saying is, build your Ganyu according to your current state of artifact luck, but for non-Battle Pass players, the answer is easy. Just go for the Prototype Crescent. I've heard of people trying to use the new Inazuma bow, but I'm not really sold on it and I'm not gonna get into that right now. On the topic of artifacts, I would recommend going for a 4-piece Wanderer set for that charge shot damage boost. This is indeed her best in slot artifact set, but it's also one of the harder sets to farm for, as bosses require double the resin for each run. In lieu of this, I recommend not farming for Ganyu artifacts, but letting the Wanderer's pieces come to you as you play the game and farm other boss materials to level up other characters. In the meantime, you can use combinations of 2-piece Blizzard Strayer with 2-piece Gladiators or Shiminawas, or even use 2-piece Wanderers with your 2-piece Blizzard Strayer if you plan to mainly use her in Reverse Melt comms. At the end of this video, I will have my Ganyu build attached, and I just want to say that it took me 6 to 7 months to get those substats, which are also not really very good, and I still do not have a good helmet piece also. Basically, what I'm trying to say is, please spend your resin wisely and do not prioritize farming Wanderers for Ganyu early on. On to her gameplay. Her playstyle allows for safety from a long distance, and you are often able to deal the first hit of damage before even enemies realize you're even there. You should definitely use this to your advantage. To aim your first shot to hit weak points such as their hits, to proc the passive attack buff of the Prototype Crescent if you choose to use that weapon. I would recommend having a shielder such as Diona or Zhongli on your team, as her charge attacks can be very easily interrupted by enemies, and she is a pretty squishy character in my opinion, in terms of taking damage. One of the main reasons she is renowned as one of the best DPS characters in the game is that she can output consistent damage without the downfall of cooldowns on her damage, like other characters such as Xiao or Hu Tao that mainly rely on their elemental and burst uptime for the main bulk of their damage. Ganyu's enormous damage mainly comes from her charge shots and her insane multipliers on her charge shots. I truly believe this was a mistake on the part of the developers, but hey, I ain't complaining. Having a total multiplier of up to 500% at talent level 10 is no joke, especially when you realize she double melts on both the initial and the bloom shots for melt comms. Also on that point, her bloom shot is not only AoE, but also has the higher multiplier, so you could aim on the ground and still do big damage to surrounding enemies. Now I cover some of the reasons I believe you should pull for her. Firstly, I always believe that you as the player should always only pull for a character if you really like them and their playstyle, as most of the content in the game can be cleared easily with what you already have. However, Ganyu will definitely make that job easier with how useful her kit is. From the gameplay in the background, you can see that I usually put down her taunt first, before charge shotting to get enemies off of me. And I feel like her taunt is a really useful part of a kit that doesn't really get talked about a lot. This is the way I play her and the style I've adopted after using her for many months. For players in the early game exploration, I feel that both characters are more versatile and help with the open world quests along the way, such as the balloon barrel shooting ones, and also Ganyu makes killing those annoying archer hilichurs on high platforms much easier and faster. Overall, as much as other creators will be saying that she is a must-pull DPS character, I too feel the exact same way. If you're a newer player, she is really just that good. Before I head off, I would like to say that if you enjoyed a chill video like this, consider clicking on that subscribe button and leaving a like. It is completely free of charge and you can always unsub later if you want to. And if you have any comments for me, please feel free to leave your comments down below and what you would like me to cover in the next videos. I would also like to wish everyone wishing on the upcoming banners the best of luck on your pulls, and please always spend wisely if you're going to do so. Thank you so much for making it to the end and I hope to see you on my next video. My Ganyu build will be up right now.